Welcome back tonight. We are doing the Collision and Rampage reaction. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to have Siren and Chris jumping in a little bit. We're here for the long haul, folks. Thank you for tuning in with us. We have Tony Khan selling his neck still. I'm not sure how I feel about the whole Tony Khan being attacked thing. I don't know. See a little shades of Eric Bischoff, and I don't know. All right, going into Collision. It's a wild looking set. It's kind of cool though. Got the big screen above the crowd. Kind of. Hmm. It's a hell of a setup there. Once again, hope everybody's having a good evening. Hope you have subscribed to the All Elite Zone. And see, on my end, the show hasn't started yet, so starting a little early. Oh boy, it's been a long day. Hope everybody out there has been doing okay. It's been raining and snowing up here at the same time. Yeah, it sounds crazy, but it's been doing that. It's, the weather is a hell of a thing here in Colorado. Yeah, I just seen Tony Khan on the screen, so I figured might as well start since they're about to start. We've actually got a lot of cool things coming up lately. Coming up soon, we have an interview coming up pretty soon. Um, there's a lot of different interviews we got coming on. I'm not gonna say all who we are thinking of, but yeah, we got some interviews coming. We got, of course, Talking Elite, Rampage, Dynamite, Collision. But yeah, we do all that here, so it's kind of a collection of things that we do on the channel to keep the content fresh. All right, we're going into Collision. Okay, that makes sense. Got the champion coming out first tonight. You can't tell me that Swerve doesn't look fresh as hell with that belt though. Thank you all for joining in tonight. We're in for the long haul. You already know who I am. I'm the five-star man himself, Mr. Jacobs, here tonight with the Rampage and Collision reactions. Johnny, good evening. We should be having Siren and Chris hopping in pretty soon. Hopefully. If not, then we'll keep it going either way. I'll do it, you know, Joey Styles style. Let me get your opinions on the whole Tony Khan attack. I mean, what are your opinions on that? I mean, I'll give you my opinion on it right now. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I think it was something that was kind of unexpected, I guess. But I don't know. To me, I kind of see shades of Eric Bischoff in the Outsiders. It reminds me of Eric Bischoff before he joined the NWO. So I don't know. I mean, could Tony be joining the new elite? Who knows? I mean, like the steps they're making, it seems like Tony's going to be a part of it eventually. But I could be off. I could be off. I could just be having flashbacks of Eric Bischoff in in the Outsiders. It's going a little off. But I mean, I think overall, I think it was something different. I think I mean, could it be something that could move the needle as far as have people watching more? Possibly. Tony Khan could become Mr. Khan. Take a page out of Mr. McMahon's book. Who knows? I mean, I do think Tony made the right call making Swerve the champion. That was a good call. And it's not because he's black. It's because he's the right person for the position. I feel at this point. I think being black is just a bonus for him being the first black champion. But I think he's the man for the job. You know, to be honest with you. What are you guys thinking of the set tonight's set with the big screen above the crowd? I mean, it's a smaller crowd. You can tell it's a bit of a smaller crowd. Maybe I think they did that to kind of cover up the fact that they had a smaller crowd. I don't know, but that's a pretty small crowd. It looks like. I mean, but, yep, Johnny, I like it. It was unexpected. Hopefully, the elite can become the biggest heels of this. I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, it's not a bad. I don't think it was a bad thing. I mean, I think it was different. It was totally unexpected, of course. And I think done the right way. I mean, if you can use that as a huge angle, I mean, why not? Mike's, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Jack Perry and the EVPs keep keeping booed. I mean, they're doing their job. So they're supposed to be these douchebag heels, and let's just put it out there right now. They're doing a great job at being douchebags. I mean, they really are. Like at the pay per view, how the Young Bucks showed up in that fucking ugly ass cyber truck, taking up three parking spots. I mean, how douchey can you get, man? you know. But I mean, if you listen back to the episodes that we've done in the past on the show, I predicted that Jack Perry was going to join the Young Bucks and be a part of the new elite. I predicted that probably I'd say maybe about a month before it happened. Now I'm going to predict that Tony Khan's going to join the new elite. He's going to be a part of it, like Eric Bischoff was with the NWO. I'm predicting that. That's a bold prediction, but if you see it happening, you heard it here first. Mark my words. And I do. One thing I do enjoy is how Tony Khan sold the whole thing. Like he wore his neck brace on a interview that he was doing on some other channel about the Jaguars, I believe. He was wearing his neck brace, selling it. I mean, I think that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Do you think the new elite will be in our? Well, hmm, I don't know. Honestly speaking, I don't know. That's a good question. Honestly, I have no clue. Chris, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Nothing happening. What do you mean as far as on the screen? As far as what you're seeing, I mean, I'm seeing Swerve talk. That's where I'm at right now. Swerve's in the middle of the ring talking. Johnny says, "I don't know how I feel about it. Tony becomes a regular fixture on TV. I know that's what I'm saying. Like, what if he becomes like the Mr. McMahon? You know, like Mr. Khan. You know, I mean, you look at. I mean, you look at kind of how the steps they're taking. I mean, if you look back at the NWO and Eric Bischoff, it's kind of started the same way. The outsiders attacked Eric Bischoff. If you remember, Nash jackknifed Eric Bischoff off the stage, and then weeks later, Eric Bischoff joins the NWO. Now, could this be the same thing? Possibly, possibly. I do see a lot of the same movements that the outsiders and Eric Bischoff did. But who knows? Who knows? Tony Khan moves too fast from one thing to the next. Rosa, well, you know what? I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Tony Khan, he can move pretty fast when it comes to different storylines and different things that he wants to put on TV. Yeah, Swerve Claudio. I mean, that's not bad at all, dude. Take my money now. That sounds pretty sweet. And if it's for the title too, I mean, who knows, dude? Now, here's the thing: though, Claudio will be a great champion. He would be a great champion, no doubt about it. Mike says, I think since Wednesday they've done better storytelling. You know what? I can't argue that. I mean, here and there they've been getting some wood on the ball when it comes to certain stories on the air. No doubt about it. I mean, there are stories that I'm invested in right now, like Tony Storm. Of course, the Swerve storyline that's going on right now. And I mean, I'm interested to see where they're going with this whole EVP thing. Where are they going with this? I mean, and then you have the attack on Tony. Where are they going? With Okada, Adam possibly will being champion. Swerve might not be the number one champion in the company. Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, you have all these top tier talent there right now. I mean, it's really a good time to be a wrestling fan. I mean, because you have so many contenders that could be top tier level right now. That could be that number one. That could be the champion. I mean, you have a handful of athletes and workers in that company that could be in the same position as Swerve is right now. No doubt about it. But I think for Swerve, the position that he's in right now is a long, long time coming. Like really, if you're somebody who's followed his career since day one, like even before he stepped into AEW or the WWE, then you'll know that it's a long time coming for him to be holding some gold. Besides Cassidy and Trent, what other storylines you interested in without being okay? Well, that's a good question. That's a damn good question, actually. I'm trying to think of storylines that's good without titles being involved. I mean, ugh, it's hard to think of a really good storyline they're doing right now without a title being involved. But if I think of one, I'll spit it out. Hey, Brenda, hope all is well. Thank you for watching with us. Oh, Tony Schiavone is pissed. Yeah, let me tell you something. I think the whole angle with Tony being attacked, I think, like I said, I think it's not bad. It's pretty cool. It's not like it's original. It's not like it hasn't been done before. But I think if they do it the right way, they can make a really good go at the storyline. I think if they do it the right way. And but like I said, I see shades of Eric Bischoff. I see Tony Khan eventually, you know, being a part of the new elite. Could have had more pay per view matches without titles. Well, that's true. That's absolutely true. Oh, that's a good one. Serena Deeb and Tony Storm. Now that sounds bad ass right there. I'm down for that. I'm all about that stuff. Okay, I want to see more of Serena Deeb, man. I mean, she's back to health. Give us what we want. Mike says, "I love how they are making the elite and Perry stuff so dramatic. Reminds me of Shivani and Heenan. Yeah, it does. It does kind of have shades of that. What role is Shahad Khan? Oh, Tony Khan's dad going to play on screen? I have no idea. That's the thing, though. I mean, that's the thing. They can go the route of the evil owners, or they can be like the bosses in the shadows. I mean, they can go either way with this. Like, could they pull a Mr. McMahon kind of thing where they make Tony a main fixture on television? Could they pull that? I mean, who knows? But I would not know what kind of role his father would have on screen, honestly speaking, because from what I know, he cares more about the soccer teams and football teams than he does wrestling. Wrestling's like the side piece, so to speak. You know, so I don't know. I have no clue. That was bad. That deep cut promo while her music was playing. Yeah, yeah. That was a bit rough, but AEW is not a well-oiled machine yet, so you gotta you gotta take the bitter with the sweet sometimes. AEW should do more cliffhanger endings on Dynamite and Collision. There's nothing wrong with a good cliffhanger ending, really. Like WCW used to do cliffhanger endings, and done the right way, they'll make you want to watch the next week to see what the hell happened. I mean, I agree. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a good cliffhanger. And you don't see a lot of that these days in wrestling anymore. That was like in WCW days. It's Roosh returning tonight. And Brenda agrees, Johnny. Nothing wrong with a good cliffhanger. I like a good cliffhanger, honestly. Who are you going for tonight? The acclaimed or GYV? Ooh, that's a good question. Uh, I mean, I like the acclaim. I love the acclaim. Everybody loves the acclaim, so that answer is going to be pretty easy to I mean, that to come up with. It's gonna definitely the acclaimed. Oh, I thought that was Bryce. I thought that was Bryce refereeing, but it's another bald dude. The only way I can tell them apart is Bryce has a goatee. Really, sometimes whenever they have those wide shots, but when they're doing the close-ups and stuff, like you can totally tell who the referee is. You can tell you can tell the difference at least. Oh, there's another tag in. This actually isn't bad for an opener, really. Don't get that tag. He needs that tag. Action Andretti is waiting to get tagged in. He is waiting. He is so. He, you can tell he is just kind of itching to get in there. He should be the tag. No, it's already. It's a tag. Was that a tag? Yeah, that was a tag. The camera didn't even catch it. I'm not sure if y'all all caught that tag, but I barely caught it. Brenda says the acclaim is great, but I would like to see them get beat. You know, you're not the only one that feels that way. You're not the only one that feels that way. Johnny says people should only care for Meltzer's reviews. What? Okay, if you want to. For events and matches you haven't seen. Well, that's the thing, man. I have my opinions about Dave Meltzer. I don't think he's a bad guy. He's actually a pretty cool guy. He's a sweet human being. I just think that you shouldn't take everything that he says as gospel and run with it because I think people have that bad these days when it comes, especially when it comes to people on the internet. You don't take what he says as gospel and run with it. I mean, sure, he has his opinion and he's entitled to it, but that doesn't mean that what he's saying is gospel. What he's saying is the truth, and that's what I think that's wrong with the wrestling community these days is that people will take stuff that someone like Dave Meltzer says. They'll take stuff like that and run with it and spread it, and they'll keep on spreading it, and it's like spreading fake news. It's like, but I mean, at the same time, if it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, people like me wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't be giving my opinions on wrestling. So at the same time, I respect what he's done, and as far as covering wrestling, but you can't take what he says as 100% truth. You got to take what he says like, with a grain of salt. And the major thing is for you to do your own research on things. Like he can say something, and you can either believe it or you can go, okay, well, I'm gonna see for myself. Let me do my own little research and see what I can find. You know, but I mean, I don't know. It's a double edged sword with that one. I'll put it there. Hassan, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us tonight. Dave Mills is a clown. I mean, in some circles, he would be considered a clown, sure. I'm not gonna sit here and call him that because the only thing I have is what he's given to the business as far as covering it. But he could be a great person as far as being as a person. But I think as far as wrestling and covering the business, I think he should just stick to giving his opinions because there are so many people out there that listen to people like him and think that he's telling the God's truth about it all when he doesn't really know a lot about it unless somebody tells him. And that's nothing. I think that a lot of the insiders feed him fake stuff for him to spread around to keep him out of the loop. That's what I think personally. I think that a lot of these people give him the fake stuff on purpose just for him to just to keep up, quote unquote kayfabe. He thinks he's the god of wrestling. Dave Meltzer. I mean, I don't know if he's ever considered. I don't think he thinks himself as a god of wrestling. I think he's a huge know-it-all. I'll say that. I mean, and that's the thing. I know a lot about wrestling. I don't know it all. I know a little about a lot. I'll say that. But to say that I know it all, that's bullshit. And that's the thing. Dave Mitchell's never stepped inside of a ring as far as being a contender, a referee, or a manager. He's never had to plan out match. He's never had to book. He's never had to do any of that stuff. So I wouldn't take his word over anybody. Over like Jim Cornette, put it like that. Like if Jim Cornette and Dave Meltzer were talking about something, I'll probably listen to Jim Cornette before I listen to Dave Meltzer because Jim Cornette's been up and down the road. Despite how you think about him, what you think about him, the man has experience. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to the business. So I will listen to more. I'll be more inclined to listen to Jim Cornette before I would listen to Dave Meltzer. Well, I'm not saying that Dave Meltzer isn't somebody to listen to. He has his opinions that are valid, but what he says isn't gospel, and people should know that. Brenda says, "Yes, I can make a good person. I can make." Oops, I have to get my mic straight. Okay, says I can make a good person for reviews, but he can be interesting. Exactly, Mr. Jacobs. Thank you. Do you think Will and Brian was the best match in America? Well, that's hard to say the best match in America. I mean, because I'll tell you this though, it was a damn good match. It could be up there with the match of the year, but the years hasn't ended yet. But I think it could be up there for match of the year. It could be a contender for it. I'm not sure if it'll be the match of the year, but I think as far as 2024 so far, I think you could put that. I think you could put that in the contendership as being match of the year. I think. Mike says I think Osprey and Danielson was a great match, but I don't know about the best match in the USA. I agree with you. I agree. I don't know about the best match in the whole of US. There've been so many other amazing matches throughout the years. It's hard to say. That's true. That is true, man. I was just saying the same thing, Mike. I should say some fans think he's a god. Well, that's true. Some fans do look at Dave Meltzer as if he's the god of the wrestling community. But like I said, though, I mean, if it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, people like me, people like Connor, people like Siren, people like everybody that's on this channel wouldn't be doing what we're doing right now. I mean, Dave Meltzer is kind of the godfather of the wrestling community. So without him, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. So I'll give I gotta give him his flowers right there. Ethan says, "Good to see AEW using trios division better." I agree. They got a hell of a division. They just need to focus on executing it. Kenny Omega is back next Wednesday. Really? I haven't heard that yet. I gotta check that out. I gotta do some more looking up on that. It'd be awesome to see Kenny coming back. Just hope he's okay. Just want to. I just don't want the man to have to retire early. Because of all the stuff that's going on with his body. I just hope that he's coming back and he's in the proper shape that he needs to be in. I mean, hell, I mean, Kenny and Osprey. Think about that. They have that here in America. That'd be a dope match. I think they've done that in Japan, I believe. Yeah, they've done that in Japan. But hell yeah, it'd be great to see him. The Bang Bang Scissors Gang come out with the win. Jim Cornette has been a very strong. Yeah, that's true. You'd like to meet him one day. I would like to meet him too. That'd be fun. That'd be cool to pick his brain. I mean, maybe who knows? Maybe one of these days we can get Jim Cornette on here. Get a good interview out of him. I would love to pick his brain. I mean, like I said, I've said this 1,000 times, man. I mean, when it comes to the business, I mean, if there was ever a chance to sit down and listen to Jim Cornette, I would take it. I would take it. Get his lessons, get his knowledge of the business. Plus, here are some awesome stories. I mean, who doesn't love a good Jim Cornette story? I mean, come on. Yeah, that ladder match was pretty brutal though. That was a brutal ladder match. And then the return of Jack, I kind of saw that coming. I mean, like I said this before, if you watch the show, then you know that I predicted Jack coming back and joining up with the Young Bucks. I predicted that like probably a month before it happened. Ethan said Jay White is looking really good this match. He really was. He was. We'd like to see Kenny come back in good health. I agree. I agree 100%. As long as he's in good health, man, I say let the good times roll. And Ray Phoenix back from injury. Let's just hope that he can keep himself off the injured list. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, man. Because it seems like it seems like every time he comes back, he gets injured. It's like he's been so injury prone lately, and I don't want that to hinder his career, though, man. Because you can't keep on injuring yourself over and over again and keep on going. I mean, eventually, your body's gonna be like, you know what, forget this, dude. We're not doing this. Eventually, your body's gonna say, screw this. And it's like I don't want a forced retirement when it comes to Ray Phoenix. I just want him to be safe. You know, he doesn't have to be a daredevil in every match. He doesn't have to, you know, save those big spots for pay-per-view for the pay-per-views. I think that was his big detriment was Ray Phoenix always was pulling these huge stunts in every other match he was doing. I'm like, dude, save those big stunts for the pay-per-views. Because you keep doing those big stunts night after night after night, you're gonna get hurt. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. But that would be my advice if I was Ray Phoenix. Slow down on the high flying at least marginally, at least marginally, and like sparingly. You don't have to fly around doing all these crazy stunts every night. Good match with the Bang Bang Gang. Yeah, that was a good match. It was a pretty good opener. I'm not disappointed in that at all. I have Xfinity. I can go from different feeds. Like I can go to the East Coast feed, to the West Coast feed, Central. So yeah, I am using Xfinity. And right now I am at a commercial break. Yeah, but the weather up here has been nuts lately. It's been raining and snowing all day. Go figure that. Hey, watching at the bar. Cool. Cheers, brother. Have a drink on me. What match am I looking forward to? Honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure what match I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure of the main card tonight, so I'm kind of going along with it. House of Black. I mean, honestly speaking, I think House of Black can be probably the most dominant force in AEW if they do it right. Oh, your Buffalo Wild Wings bar. Awesome. I love it there. I love that place, honestly speaking. I love it. Hope you're having a blast, man. That's cool. They have a few of those up here. I've been to one of them. I haven't been to both of them yet, but I've been to one of the Buffalo Wild Wings. I love that place though. And oh my god, try the lemon. Oh man, if you haven't tried the lemon pepper wings, dude, oh, you're missing out. I recommend lemon pepper. I recommend those. The return of Ray Phoenix. Let's just hope he can keep off the injured list. At least for a good couple of months. At least. That's a sick mask. I love that mask. I remember seeing I've seen him a few times on AAA, I believe, or CMLL, the Beast. Yeah, I remember seeing him a few times. Okay, here's a good question. Johnny asks, "Who do you think dethrones Tony? Britt, Jamie, or Mariah?" Oh, that's a good ass question, dude. Honestly speaking, for me, for personal reasons, I want Jamie Hayter to do it. I want Jamie Hayter to dethrone Tony. I think it's the right thing to do. I mean, to me, I mean, because really, technically, I mean, Jamie got hurt. She technically she never really lost the title. She got hurt. So I think with Jamie I think Jamie comes back with a chip on her shoulder. Coming back for that title and make a huge storyline out of Tony and Jamie Hayter. I mean, because at one point they were friends. So you can make them you can have this whole thing going to friends into bitter enemies now, and there's gold on the line, and there's it's I mean come on it sounds awesome. I mean to me I would have Jamie Hayter. That's just my opinion. And Ethan says I think Britt Baker would probably be the one to beat Mercedes Moné for the I was going to say TNT TBS championship. Jamie Hayter probably beats Tony. Thank you. That's pretty good. I like that. And that's the thing, man. I don't. I have my own opinions about Mercedes. Right now, but I don't know. I I'm gonna leave. I think I've already discussed all this before about her being thrown into the title picture so fast and how I don't agree with that. But you know, but yeah, you could definitely have Britt Baker come back and beat Mercedes Moné. She can come back and be like, you didn't make an appointment. You got to make an appointment, bitch. But yeah, I totally see those two things. Britt Baker coming back for TBS title and Jamie Hayter coming back for the women's title. So yeah, we're on the same page with that one, Ethan. And that's not to say that Johnny, what Johnny was saying, that's not to say that Mariah doesn't deserve that shot. I'm just saying that right now, I think Jamie's the proper person to go for that to dethrone Tony. Honestly speaking, and then you can have something with Jamie and Mariah. That would be cool. That would be cool. Whoa, what was that? Was that a corkscrew sling blade? Was that a corkscrew sling blade? That was kind of sick. Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of the sling blade, but that was sick. That was a corkscrew sling blade. That's what it looked like. That was sick. Yeah, do know the replay. Oh, that was a nice clothesline. Roosh is in action tonight. Happy to see him. I've actually got the chance to see Roosh live before he went to AEW, and I gotta say, man, seeing him live, probably one of the coolest experiences. Oh, that's a nice leg lock, though. That's the thing. You don't see too many luchadors doing locks, doing leg locks and stuff. It's kind of cool to see. You don't see that too often with luchadors. Oh, got the parking lot fight tonight. Tremperetta and Chuck Taylor. I forgot about that. That could be fun to watch, though. I'm looking forward to that one, actually, the parking lot fight. He said Ray Phoenix about to get injured first night back. I hope not, man. I hope not. Oh my god, that would suck. That would really suck. Imagine all that preparing you did, all that recuperation, all that rehab. You come back and get hurt on your first night back. That would suck. I'm trying to think, has that ever happened to any wrestler? They get hurt in their first night back from injury. What should be the match type for Well, I mean, like to me, I'd have like a brawl. Like the parking lot brawl, stuff like that. I have it be like if it was gonna be those two, I would have it be like like a false count anywhere kind of thing. Where DQs are all there are no DQs, and it would have to be a match with that kind of those kind of rules. I think because the way the story's gone, I mean, it's become pretty violent. So why not have it to where it's like false count anywhere? Why not have a match type, especially when it comes to Trent and Orange? Have them go all over the building, fight, and have it in the ring. I think that's the only caveat is that they can fight all over the building, but the fall ends in the ring. Even though it's a falls count anywhere match, have the fall in the middle of the ring, like once and for all. You know what I mean? That I think that'd be cool. And we're going in the picture in picture. That's a I gotta say that's a pretty cool mask that the Beast has. I would think that it would be kind of difficult to wear during a match because it's so uh, it's big, and if you notice, he has to keep adjusting it. I couldn't keep doing that during a match. Like you notice a lot of these luchadors, they have they have the masks. It's tightly tied on their head. But like with the Beast, oh man, that was a badass move. Okay, but with the Beast, he has this huge, cool looking. The mask is cool, but look how kind of clunky it is. I mean, he has to keep adjusting it. Every other movie he does, he has to adjust the mask. I would think that gets annoying after a while. To me, I get annoyed after having to keep adjusting that damn thing. Oh, he's going for Ray's mask. Now, in that culture, that's a huge insult to tear up the mask. Do you think the Young Bucks will face the machine guns? I haven't thought about that. That's actually a really good idea, Johnny. I like the sound of that. You know what? That'd be pretty cool there if they did. I mean, who doesn't like the Motor City Machine Guns? I mean, come on, that would be dope. Hell yeah, I agree, Mike. That'd be great. Take my money now if that's the case, man. Really. Shout out to Alex Shelley, by the way. We do have an Alex Shelley interview here in the All Elite Zone. If you go check the interview section of the channel, you'll find the Alex Shelley interview. So shout out to him. Well, looks like I'm coming back from picture in picture early, at least on my end. But hell yeah, I would love to see more of the Motor City Machine Guns in AEW. Why not, man? Why not? Ooh, nice headbutt. Oh, nice. Nice Hurricanrana. I just want Ray to be careful. Ooh, nice kick. Barely even a one count. That was barely even a one count. I mean, that crowd's starting to get behind Phoenix now. Are they outside? Is that a out? It looks like they're outside. Oh yeah, they are outside. Okay, okay, I know where they're at now. Took me a second to figure it out because the way the set was. They at Daddy's place. You see that? You notice the Beast has to keep adjusting his mask. Once you notice it, you can't unnotice it. Like every other move, he has to adjust his mask the right way. I would be so annoyed if I was wearing a mask and it wasn't fitting right, and I'll have to keep doing that. That was bullshit. He had better than midair. That was cool. But he walked on his head though. That was pretty sick. That was a hell of a headbutt though. I like that. Oh, okay. Just please don't get hurt, Ray. Please don't get hurt. That's all I'm asking. Just don't hurt yourself. Oh, damn. That was a hell of a drop by the beast. Went up and over. Okay, be careful, Ray. I swear, every time he goes for those high flying moves, man, I'm thinking to myself, be careful, please. Don't kill yourself. Don't hurt yourself. Seems like every other high flying move he does, he gets hurt. And I just don't want him to get hurt anymore. Come on, man. Stay off the injured list for once. And some have said that he spent more time on the injured list than he has being active. I mean, I could believe that. Oh, oh, that was nice. I'm not sure what you call that move that the Beast just did. That was pretty cool. Oh, it was kind of like a variation of the what's that damn move? The Black Widow, something like that. I remember Victoria used to do that move. I forget what it's called. Yeah, you notice he just had to adjust his mask before he did that. I told you once you notice it, you're not gonna unnotice it. You're gonna notice it every time he does it. Now that I pointed it out to you, the beastly strike. Well, they're getting their shit in. Time to take it home. Oh, Ray's going back up top. Be careful, brother. Be careful. Oh, he hit the frog splash. The beast kicks out of the frog splash. He's no, well, Ray Phoenix is no Eddie Guerrero. So, Mike's, I agree. This match is indeed awesome. Not bad at all. In fact, it was better than I thought it was going to be, honestly speaking. Oh, Beast catches him. Ray with the roll up. Ray got him with the roll up. Ray got him with the roll up. Oh, that was good. That was good. Ray Phoenix won his first match back. Great to see him. Let's hope and pray that he stays off that injured list, folks. We need Ray Phoenix in good health. We need him in good health. They put on a clinic right there. That was a nice match. Not mad at that. It's been a good show so far. We've had two matches so far. They've both been pretty killer. And Ray goes through the crowd. That's cool. I saw the old dude with the tie dye shirt on in the background. People still messing with tie dye these days. That's cool. I haven't worn tie dye shirts since I don't know how long. I think since the last Woodstock. I think that's the last time I wore a tie dye shirt, and that's gonna date me. So yes, I'm an old fart. I think the oldest people on the channel would be myself, Adam, and Siren. I think we're probably the oldest on the channel. Yeah, I think that's it. It's me, Adam, and Siren. I believe we're the oldest on the channel. But you gotta admit, this whole thing with Trent and Chuck. I mean, I love this. I love this new side of Trent. To be honest with you, I really do because the match with him and I believe it was Matt Sydal. I think it was on the last Zero Hour. That was a killer match. I love that match and to see the intensity and how vicious that Trent has gotten. I think it's a long time coming for him as far as his character. I think his character needed that kick in the ass, that fire under his ass, you know, because he's totally believable as this badass heel, like totally believable. And this parking lot street fight is going to be pretty badass. I'm looking forward to it. And the lovely Chris Statlander. Yes, Roosh is back. I love that coat, man. That coat Roosh has is badass. Roosh. I like how he says his name. Poor guy in the ring, Martin Stone, making his AEW debut. He got the old WCW jobber introduction. You remember back in the old days, WCW, they would have like they would have like Hacksaw Jim Duggan come out, and then they have the jobbers already in the ring. You know, it'll be like Hacksaw Jim Duggan versus Randy Hogan. Then Randy Hogan will be in there waving everybody. And if you don't know who Randy Hogan is, folks, do your googling. You'll thank me. You'll be laughing your ass off when you see Google Randy Hogan WCW. You'll thank me. And Roosh is on the attack fast. Damn. Martin Stone didn't stand a chance right there. When you let the bull out, it's gonna be pissed off. It's gonna be romping and stomping. Oh damn, he whipped him with the cables. That has to hurt. Take it from me. If somebody has been whipped with the belt when he was a child, trust me, that wiring probably does not feel good. He's gonna chop the hell out. Oh, that was a loud chop. I am happy to see Roosh back though. It's been a good minute since he's been in the ring, at least on AEW television. It's really good to see. Oh, suplex into the corner. That was dope. I gotta say, Martin Stone this has lasted longer than I thought it would. I figured there's gonna be a squash. Ooh, Superman punch. Since when does Roosh do a Superman punch? Has he always done a Superman punch? I have. I don't know if I've ever seen Roosh do a Superman punch before. That was cool. Chris says Chris Statlander is going to turn on Will and Nightingale at Double or Nothing. You know what? You probably not off on that one, but to me, I've always thought that Willow was going to be the one to turn on Chris. I always thought that Willow was going to be the one to go to the dark side. I mean, because like I feel like just as sweet as Willow can be, she can be just as nasty, and I like that. But at the same time, Chris, you're probably not off. You're probably not off at all. Roosh is not done. Ouch! Look at the smile on Roosh's face. He takes such glee in beating people up. I like that stuff. That's hilarious. But here's a question for you, Chris. Now let's say like Chris Tanner would go heel. What then? What would they do with the heel Chris? Excuse me. What would they do with the heel Chris Statlander? I mean, where would they go after that? That's the question. Now, is it possible for her to turn heel? Absolutely. But where would they go with it? Yes, Santa J versus Tony Storm is next. Battle of the Buns. And we are at commercial right now. And here's the thing is that when it comes to okay, for me personally, when it comes to Tony Storm, her run right now, I think is probably the best run that she's had in a long time. In a long time. And I think when you think about who came up with the whole idea of this timeless character, RJ City, he has to have, he had to give RJ City his flowers, man, because he nailed it with this timeless character. I believe he nailed it with this whole timeless character when it comes to Tony Storm. I mean, she has her own. I love how she has her own shots. When she's in a match, she'll have the Tony Cam, which is black and white, and I think that's brilliant. I love it. I love how they go all in with that. Chris says Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander as a heel tag team. That's a thought. That's a thought. Okay. Okay, you piqued my interest in that one. Okay, that could be cool. That could be cool. That's what I'm saying though. I mean, if they were to do all this stuff, why not bring out a women's tag team division? Why not do that? I mean, they have enough women back there to make a tag team division. Why not pull the trigger on it? Come on. I mean, Tony knows that fans want to see that. And I'm not sure why he hasn't pulled the trigger on it. I'm not sure. I mean, I understand there's a whole lot of things going on backstage right now, but let's just focus on the show and the product and giving the people what they want to see. And I think one of the main things people have been clamoring for the longest time is a women's tag team division in AEW. So Chris can turn heel and go to ROH. That's not a bad idea though. But I love seeing her on AEW television though. I think she has more to offer for on AEW. Just my opinion, I guess. Just my opinion. Sky Blue is in her best run. Yeah, that's true. Sky Blue's killing it. And I'm happy to see her where she's at these days because you think about how long, not how long, but how far she's come, and her story alone is a story of determination. If you really look back at her story, her rise to where she's at right now is about. It's always been about determination. It's always been about getting over that obstacle and going for glory. You know what I mean? That's Sky Blue to a T, and I love it. Man, Serena Day looks so awesome. She looks so awesome these days, man. Come on, man. You can't tell me she's not in the running for the title. Look at her. She's beautiful. Professor D. I'll stay after class for her anytime. Extra credit, baby. Teach me. Lead me. Show me the way. Serena D. Yes, that was a killer promo by Serena. I agree, Mike. That was killer. And she looks so good these days. Oh, she looks amazing. My God. Lucky man that has her. That is correct, Chris. She is undefeated since her return. Luther, I love Luther, man. Every time he's on TV, I'm happy to see him. I don't know about anybody else, but I've always been a huge mark for Luther, man. I've always been a huge fan of his. Whether he's wrestling or not, I'm just glad to see him on my TV screen. Damn, man, Jay coming out. All right, here we go. Battle of the Buns. Booty versus booty. Tony Storm has the cutest one, though. Let's be honest. Look at Tony's gear. I love her gear, man. Oh my god, I love Tony's gear so much. She's like a 19. She's like a women's wrestler in the 1950s or the 1940s. It's pretty cool. I like that little throwback there. Oh, you wonder when Taya Mello will return? She's she's already had the baby, be able to come back. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, I'm trying to remember how long ago did she have the baby? I can't remember how long ago that was. But yeah, I mean, I'm wondering when she's coming back myself. But I think at the moment she's been doing a lot of maternal leave, so that's understandable. Totally understandable. I mean, once you're a mother has their child, I mean, obviously the first thing they want to do is be there for that child as long as they can. You know, Anna Jay is only 25 years old. Yeah, she's young. She's very young. All righty, got a nice little standoff. I swear, Jix Robinson is so lucky. Gets to have all that. Oh, Johnny says, "Oh, you think they're gonna have two baby? Oh, really? Baby number two already? Damn, they ain't wasting no time, are they? Getting married, get to baby making." Chris says Sky Blue is 24, Julia Hart is 22, Anna J is 25. Yeah, they're all in their young, they're early 20s, and I mean they're the very beginning of the career, so they have a lot of time to go. I mean, and that's the thing about having that youth on your side. You can go for years. This is Tony. Come on, Tony. What are you doing, Tony? Ooh, nice shot by the cameraman. Shout out to them. Getting those great shots that we need to see. Where's Mariah? What is she doing? Goodness gracious, NJ looks so good in that damn gear. All right, focus on the match. Got Thunder and Deanna Perrazzo tonight. And as much as I love Deanna Perrazzo, I gotta go with Thunder Rose. That's my girl. I gotta go with her. She's had a special place in my heart for a long time. So it's hard to go against her sometimes. Oh, she got her choked up on the ropes. I love Tony selling too. She is so dramatic when she sells. I love it. It reminds me of old Hollywood, you know. I'm surprised that, Tony hasn't figured out a way to bring the whole "you like me, you really like me" line out at some point. I love Tony selling, man. She is so good. It's like you talk about somebody who gets the character 100% and runs with it. I love it. Oh, got slug off going. Chris says, I like Anna Jay's new attitude. I do too. I love her new attitude. I like it though. Bring that intensity, bring that aggression, that other side. It's always fun to see, especially when you have a character that's always been kind of goody goody, and then you finally get to see them be a badass. That makes it all worthwhile. Oh, there we go. Kind of picking up some energy. DDT. Oh, with the fisherman, with the bridge. Tony with the bridge. That was good. DDT with the fisherman suplex with the bridge for a 2 count. That was good. And the fans are getting behind it. Oh, Anna Jay's trying to end it. She's trying to end it. Oh, a kick out. Anna Jay kicks out. That was close. That was pretty close. See, now that crowd's starting to light up now. Ooh, nice camera shot. Oh, plants her. Oh, Anna Jay got a sleeper on her. Anna Jay's got the sleeper on Tony. She's got that sleeper locked in. Is Tony gonna fade? No place like home. Oh, there you go. That's a good way to get out of a sleeper hold. Just slam her right on her back. She'll let go. See that shot right there with the black and white. I love her. I love that Tony Storm cam. Oh, power driver. That should be it. And Tony Storm gets the win. I've always loved Tony Storm's power driver. I've always liked her power driver. I loved it. Oh, good question. Who I think Swerve is facing? Okay, that's a good question. I thought about this one. Now, it could possibly be Claudio, possibly, or let's see. I don't think Hangman's out of the picture. I don't think he's out of the picture right now. He can still come back. So yeah, I mean, that's a crapshoot right there. I mean, if I was to be booking it, I would love to see Claudio and Swerve. I would love to see them two go at it for the title. I think that'd be pretty fun to watch. Yeah, in my opinion. All right, I got the parking lot ready. Is it me or can it? Is it me or should Chuck Taylor be wearing Chuck Taylors? I mean, it could be just me. Maybe finally we get Keith Lee. Hey, who knows, man? If he's in good health and he's ready to go, I say go for it. But only if Keith Lee is in good health because he's had a heart condition. He's battled, he's went through having COVID, which can exacerbate your heart conditions. So yeah, but if he's in good health, man, hell yeah, Keith Lee, why not, man? That'd be dope. I'm a huge fan of Keith Lee. I always have been. He's a fellow Texas native like myself. So yeah, man. I mean, if he's in good health, I say let's rock. And we are at commercial. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What do I think about Whataburger? Are you kidding me? It's some of the best eating in the world, man. I mean, I miss. Well, there's only one. There's only like one or two Whataburgers here where I'm at now. Where I'm from, they're like, you couldn't throw a rock without hitting a Whataburger. Where I'm from in Texas, I mean, but yeah, Texas. I mean, Whataburger. That's kind of a staple. I grew up on Whataburger, literally. But yeah, I love Whataburger. If it was my choice, I'd pick Whataburger over McDonald's. To be honest with you, the onion rings they have are superior than any other, I think. But that's just my opinion. And the patty melts too. They have patty melts to die for. I mean, Whataburger. I mean, ugh. And the chicken strips, dude. Don't even get me started on the chicken strips. You just had to bring up Whataburger, didn't you, Johnny? You just had to bring up Whataburger. But yeah, needless to say, I love Whataburger. I always have and always will. And I will usually I pick them over McDonald's if it's a choice. Let's see. What would you pick over Five Guys, Steak Shack? Oh, In and Out. Yeah, In and Out Burger. That's my thing. If I had to pick between those three, I'm going In and Out, man. I I I gotta do that. That's my go to. It's kind of my go to. If I have nothing else, I'll go to In and Out. But like usually my I'd say my big three, I guess, or would be Dairy Queen, Whataburger, and In and Out. Those are my big three. Oh, I used to go to Shake and Steak. I've never actually been to a steak. Well, yeah, I have. Yeah, I have. What am I saying? I have been to one. I don't know how long ago it was, but I have been to one. The Grizzled Young Veterans. I was actually, honestly speaking, I haven't seen a lot of the Grizzled Young Veterans, but I haven't seen a lot of them. But of course, I mean, I've already said I was going for the acclaim, so I love the acclaim. I swear, Billy Gunn is a freak of nature, man. I should hope to be as old as he is and look like that. That's insane. That is insane. He's gotta be pushing. He's gotta be close to 60 now. Billy Gunn's gotta be getting close to 60 years old now. And look at the dude. He's in better shit than I've ever been. Than I've ever been in. And if any of y'all have a chance to check out Max Caster's Twitter, it's pretty funny stuff he puts on his Twitter. I recommend checking that out. If you need a good laugh, you go there. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. My favorite one. That's a good question. He's done so many of them. I was a huge fan of the one he did for Chris Jericho. That was funny. That was pretty funny. I think one that sticks out to me was the one he did with I forgot who he was talking about, but it was a huge controversy because he was talking about Simone Biles and how it kind of like how it was at the time where she dropped out of the Olympics due to due to some mental issues, and Max Caster said something about make you retire or some stuff like Simone Biles, and everybody went up in arms about it. I'm like, come on, man, the dude. People say worse stuff in actual rap songs, and they got onto him for saying that stuff. But the world's a sensitive place these days. So, but yeah, personally, my favorite one is the one he did about Chris Jericho. That and also he did one with John Moxley. Yeah, I remember that one. That was one of my favorite ones they did for John about John Moxley. I feel like Dynamite Collision this week has had a lot of good storytelling. I agree. I mean, they've picked up a lot of storytelling. I'm not saying that it's off as far as storytelling. I think they can do. There's a whole lot of room for improvement, of course, but yeah, I think that they've been doing a good job as far as with certain storylines. Yeah, I'm invested in 100%. Mike says they've improved on that for sure. I agree. I totally agree. They have improved on it. It has in over the last few weeks. It's picked up. I will say that. The raps about CM Punk and Brian Danielson are my favorites. Yeah, he killed CM Punk. I remember that one. He torched him on that one. Got Big Bill in action tonight. Oh, Acclaim with some nice tag team work. Oh, okay. Oh, what was it? Was he trying to do a? I think that was a European uppercut, but it got blocked. I guess either that or it was a small botch. Johnny says, "I remember when Swerve faced backlash for his rap on Twitter." Yeah, man, I remember that stuff too. That's what I'm saying, man. I mean, the world's a lot really sensitive these days, and I don't know. I can go on a whole thing about that, but but that's the thing. Things that people found funny 2 years ago isn't funny anymore to certain people. But I don't know. It's weird. But society has definitely gotten pretty sensitive. Oh, ouch! Max needs to get that tag. And the grizzled young veterans are actually doing a pretty good job at cutting the ring in half. If you notice that, they're doing a really good job at that, keeping Max on that one side of the ring, cutting it in half. That's good tag team work, honestly speaking. That's what you want to see in a good tag team match is for to have that ring cut in half, making sure they don't get that tag. Yeah, oh, come on, Max. Let's get over there and get that tag. I gotta say, the grizzled young veterans are doing a really good job at ring placement, making sure he's not getting to that side of the ring. Johnny asks, favorite tag team of all time. That's a good question. I think we've answered this on the show before. My favorite tag team of all time are the Road Warriors. Those are like my number one favorites. Because I remember as a kid, I was all about the Road Warriors, still into this day. So, in my mind, the Road Warriors are always going to be the number one tag team in the world. And I think second to that probably be. I think my second tag team I'll probably have. That's a tough one. Harlem Heat probably my number two. Yeah, probably yeah, that'd be my number two. Be the Road Warriors number one, Harlem Heat number two. How about you, Johnny? How about everybody out there? Who's your favorite tag team of all time? Man, they are not letting Max get that tag at all, man. They have literally cut that ring in half. Well, not literally, but figuratively. They have cut the ring in half. Come on, Max. You need to get that hot tag. Damn, he clocked Max for that one. Oh, the Dudleys. That's what's up. The Dudley Boys, WWE, FTR, and okay, AEW. That's what's up. I'm a huge Dudley Boys mark myself. I love the Dudleys. I'm a huge fan of them when they're in the old ECW when they were the asshole heels. Those are my Dudleys. That was the Dudleys I loved. And they would get the crowd so pissed off. I mean, they damn near caused the riots back then. That's real heat. That's stuff I like. I refuse to call that man daddy ass. I'm not gonna call that man. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not gonna call another man daddy ass. I'm sorry. I'll call him Billy Gunn. Hell, I'll even call him Kip, but I'm not calling him daddy ass. I refuse. Finally got that hot tag. Finally. And Bowen's on fire. He's a punching. He's a chopping. Oh, come on, Bones. Got to keep that same energy. All right, got the tag. That's the tag. Blind tag. I love a good blind tag. Favorite women's tag team. Okay. Now, the Boston Hub Connection. That was pretty good tag team. That honestly was. I enjoyed Sasha and Bailey together. I can't lie though. I have a soft spot for the Iconics. Those are one of my favorite tag teams back then when they were together. I have a soft spot for them. I really do. As goofy and as silly and as cheesy as they were, I have a soft spot for the Iconics. Where's Bowen at? Oh, Max is taking all the shit right now. Oh damn, that looked like it hurt. Oh my god, I could barely see how he landed. The camera cut so damn fast. Max Caster went up and over. All right, got Bowen's in. Oh, and a kick to the chops. And it is 1-on-2 right now. Well, now it's 1-on-1 again. Okay, here we go. We got the legal men in. Uh oh. Oh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Come on, find a way to move. Damn, coast to coast. That was pretty good. Did I like Lay Cool? I wasn't the biggest fan of Lay Cool, honestly speaking. That may be kind of controversial, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Lay Cool. I thought they were kind of, I don't know. I just wasn't the biggest fan of them. I mean, I saw the appeal, of course. I saw the appeal of them, but I was never really with Lay Cool. I thought they were kind of, I don't know. They're just mean spirited. They're just way too mean spirited for me. You know, I don't know. It was just way too much for me. I never got in. I never got into them. But of course, like I said, I see the appeal, and they're lovely ladies. I just never a fan of like cool. Mic drop, and that ends the match. Oh yeah, I'll give you that. They cool had perfect heel work. They had great heel work. I just felt like there were times where it went too far for me. That's just my opinion, though. All right, Johnny. Edge versus Mick Foley, or Swerve versus Hangman. Oh, okay. I mean, Edge versus Mick Foley, of course. I mean, that's a no brainer. As much as Swerve and Hangman sounds awesome, I've seen Mick and Edge, and I can watch that match over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, I got to go with Mick and Edge on that one. And we are at commercial. That was a really good question, though, Johnny. Honestly speaking, that was a good one. Sorry if you hear the police sirens outside. I'm like right next to my windows where I got my stuff set up at, closest to the air conditioner. So let me ask you a question outside or in the chat. Who do you feel, or to you, who do you think it has been in the last? I'd say year. Who do you think has been the needle mover as far as women's division in AEW? It's in the last year. Like the woman who you think about when someone speaks on AEW women's wrestling. Who do you think about? Like the first name comes to mind. Oh damn, Johnny, that's a good one. Oh, that's a tough one too. Ah, damn. Okay, now the Hell in a Cell with Taker and HBK. That was the one that I believe Kane debuted. I believe that's when he came and ripped the door off the cell. I believe that was the one. And Taker and Mankind, that's when Taker threw Mankind off the cage. Now, to me, as far as significance, I think I have to go with Taker versus HBK because the whole thing between HBK and Taker was just to bring Kane into the fold. Like that was the whole reason for the Hell in a Cell match was for Kane to debut. So I'm gonna have to go with Taker versus HBK as far as Hell in a Cell matches go. Yeah, that's it. That's got to be like the top one to me because, like I said, that's when uh, Kane debuted, and that's when history was kind of made right there. Tony Storm, yeah, that's a damn good answer. I gotta agree with you. She's had a hell of a year, and when you're right, when you think about AEW women's wrestling, I mean that's the first name that comes to mind. I think for me, when you speak about AEW women's wrestling, the first name that comes to mind to me is Britt Baker. That's my first name that pops in my head. At one point, Britt Baker was the needle mover. Yeah, that's true. The only reason why she's not right now is because she's been injured. That's the only thing that's been stopping her is injury. But she will return. She will be back. That's he's using the translator on the phone. I like Garcia's shirt. I like that shirt though. that's that's good. It reminds me of like when I went to school. I used to have homeboys. I used to have my Mexican homeboys. They used to draw those lowrider pictures. Look just like that. They used to look just like that when they used to draw those lowrider pictures back. And my Mexican homies know who they are. I remember that man. They used to draw those pictures, those lowrider pictures, and the homies pictures. They used to draw homies all the time. But yeah, Dan Garcia's shirt reminds me of those drawings back in the day. We got Castagnoli coming down. What's going on with the music? I can barely hear the music. It's like I can hear the music. I can hear the music from there, but as far as it's not going through the TV. Do you know? Does that make sense? Like you can hear the music in the place, but like you hear the music bouncing off the walls. Yeah. Here we go. Swerve versus Castagnoli. Yes, this is gonna be a good match right here. I swear, man, he looks so dope with that belt, man, and the coat with the belt, man. That's lit, though. That's lit. I actually got no pressure as a ringtone on my phone. It's a good ringtone. I recommend it. Swerve's theme. It's actually a really good ringtone. Matter of fact, now think about it. Not too long ago, I was at the store. I believe it was I think I was at Walmart, and my phone it went off, and it was Swerve's theme song. And I guess there's a couple people around me that I guess are fans, and they started kind of bobbing their head to it. It was pretty dope. Be surprised to find out who are fans of wrestling. But yeah, it was just random. Like somebody called me, and I just let it go for a little bit because I love the song. And like there was a married couple and like this dude and like a couple other people that are kind of jamming with it. They was like, "Oh, that's Swerve's song." And here's a question for y'all: have you ever wore anything wrestling related and got compliments from it? Like you go to the store and you have like a nice like Brian Danielson shirt on or something, and like someone says, "Nice shirt, man." Like, has that ever happened to any one of you? Like, if you wore like wrestling memorabilia and someone compliments you on it out of nowhere? That's happened to me a few times. It's actually pretty cool when it happens. I can remember one time I was wearing the Rock's football jersey from when he was in University of Miami, and it was random. Some dude had stopped me. He was like, "Dude, that's one of the coolest jerseys I've ever seen." It was random because because that's like one. It was very kind of obscure. Not a lot of people know that the Rock played football for the University of Miami, and I was lucky enough to come up to stumble upon his throwback jersey. and I got complimented on that. That was pretty fun. You never wore or bought wrestling shirts. Hmm. I recommend it. There's some pretty cool shirts out there. I got a nice collection of shirts that I got from uh Pro Tees, Pro Wrestling Tees. I recommend that. If you are interested in wearing anything wrestling related, go to prowrestlingtees.com. I recommend that. They actually have crates that they do each month. So yeah, I definitely recommend that if you're ever interested. Who do I think Swerve will go against? That's the thing though. I mean, I don't even know at this point, really. I mean, it's up in the air. I think that they can always come back to Hangman. I mean, he's still kind of in the background, really. So I mean, it's up in the air. They used to catch people with it doesn't matter. I used to do that all the time. I used to do that all the time. I got in trouble. Actually, I got in trouble once. True story. I got in trouble once in school for telling the teacher that it doesn't matter. I got in big trouble once. True story. I forgot what the hell I asked her. I asked her a question, and then like really loud because I was a kid and I was being so extra at the time, and I just remember saying it doesn't matter. And the next thing I know, I was in the principal's office, and I got in big trouble for that. I don't know why. It's pretty stupid to get in trouble for saying that, but that was school back then. I mean, I was the kid that walked around school telling everybody to suck it. I was that kid. The last wrestling shirt you bought was the Paul Heyman Hall of Fame shirt. Oh, that's dope. That is. I've actually seen that shirt. That is a beautiful shirt. I like that shirt. The last shirt I just well, actually, the last shirt I bought I just got a couple of days ago. It's the Rock's Final Boss shirt. I got that one. That's pretty cool. Has a Rock's autograph on the back. It's pretty dope. I just got that shirt. Maybe let's see. Today's Saturday. I probably got that one. I want to say Tuesday. I got that shirt Tuesday. But yeah, it's all black. It has the Final Boss on the front of it. Then on the back, it has the Brahma Bull um, logo, and then it has the Rock's autograph on the back. It's pretty fresh. Oh, Swerve saw that one coming. Oh, and Claudio rolls him up for a 2 count. I wasn't. Is it? This isn't for the title, is it? Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Didn't want you hearing me sneezing out there. So if I was Claudio, I'll be working on Swerve's back. If I was Claudio, but I do not see Swerve losing tonight. I see him coming out with a win. In case you're wondering out there, in fact, who are you going for out there, Swerve or Claudio? Oh, this match has a 60-minute time limit. Okay, we got Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, and versus Garcia and Shabada. Will this be the main event for Collision? I think. I mean, you would have your heavyweight champ. I would think this would be the main event since going for the three-peat. He's going for the three-peat. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the three-peat with the suplexes. There's a suplex neck breaker. He's going to drip for a reverse DDT. Oh, okay, a draping neck breaker. I like that. Swerve with the draping neck breaker. Claudio to the outside. Claudio backs right back up. He's like, not yet. Once again, thank you all for joining me tonight. Connor couldn't be here this evening, and we were supposed to have Siren and Chris come on, but I'm not sure if they're going to make it. But either way, the show is going to go on. And I hope you all have seen the recent episodes of Talking Elite and AEZ Canada. They've been really can't miss episodes lately. Hope you all check those out. We also have an interview coming up pretty soon. Surprise, surprise. And Yeah, we're gonna keep it rolling. So for those of you joining us who haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're gonna be missing out on some good stuff. Hit that subscribe button. Leg drop that like bell. And sharing is caring also. Uh-oh. They're taking a walk outside. Oh, European uppercut to Swerve Strickland on the outside. AEZ. AEZ. Thank you, Johnny. All right, I'm in picture in picture right now. I'm not sure if you guys are a commercial yet or not. Oh, a snake eyes on the guardrail. But that was to his no, that was to his midsection. Yeah, Claudio smells the blood in the water now. I think he's honing in on a specific body part now because he's been kind of working on his back a little bit here and there. They get Prince Knock. You get off of him right now. You let him go at this instant. That's my Prince Nana impression, folks. Whose theme song would you love to hear during Anarchy? Oh, okay. That's a good question. Whose theme song would I love to hear? Okay. I think Orange Cassidy's theme song will sound cool there. Uh Swerve's No Pressure Swerve song, of course. That'll sound good there. Uh let's see what other theme songs. I think let me get some more thought on this one. I think the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, that song will sound cool in that arena. Uh I think that Jericho's theme song will sound pretty cool there. The nice acoustics there and bounces off the walls. Audio's fighting them back now. I mean, I mean, not Claudio, but Swerve. Swerve is fighting him back. Claudio's had some offense lately, some good offense. Oh, he hits him with the big boot. Claudio up and over, still in the apron. Oh, that was nice. Super kick. Ethan says, I wish AEW would do more pay per view theme songs and have artists being featured. I agree. Like WWE, they have mastered doing that. They have mastered the art of having pay per view theme songs with the artists included. I agree. I mean, that'd be dope. I love that. That's the thing I do love about WWE when it comes to their theme songs as far as pay per views. They have real artists doing it, and they incorporate that. They incorporate it all the time. And like WrestleManias, you can see the artists that are pretty much mainlining the show as far as theme songs. They'll perform at WrestleManias. That's been done before. So yeah, I agree. I mean, I think AEW will get a lot out of doing that. Yep, that's true. AEW used Fozzy and Prevail to yeah, that's true. I prevail, and it worked, and it worked. You know, I think Brian. I think you mean Joe. I think Brian, Joe, and Cassioli AEW run has been better than their WWE run. I agree. I mean, they've certainly been treated better in AEW as far as their schedule and the way they're being used on television. Yeah, I mean, they've gotten I think a lot of leeway. Jason from Down Under, welcome. Sorry, just now tuning in. How's Collision been? It's actually been pretty good. Collision has been really, really good lately. I'm honestly speaking, I'm not complaining about Collision on this edition. I'm having a great time watching it. Hold on, folks, give me a second to plug in my laptop. It's about to go down on me. Let me plug my laptop in right quick. All right, got that done. Yeah, but Collision's been good so far, Jason. I like that AEW stars have one-time theme songs for pay-per-views. Well, I mean, I think that when it comes to music, I think it all depends on like the rights that they have to play the music and everything like that. And I mean, I see nothing wrong with one-time theme songs, if they're good. Oh, Swerve is down right now. Oh, he looks pissed off. All right, I think this is him hooking up. Another European uppercut. But yeah, I totally agree. I think that AEW should start doing that a lot more as far as using special pay per view theme songs and incorporate the artists with it. I think that'll be awesome. WWE is mastered doing that. I mean, let's be honest here. I think there's a couple of things that AEW could use from from WWE's playbook. I mean, let's not kid ourselves here. I mean that's the business as a whole. I mean, it has to evolve. You have to move with it. The change is inevitable. You have to move. You have to move with the change. Oh, nice suplex by Swerve. The Swerve stomp. No, he kicks out. Claudio kicks out of the Swerve stomp. Jesus Christ. Oh, that was intense. That's true. I mean, you're right. See how WWE started doing press conferences because of AEW. That is very true. That is very true. If AEW didn't begin doing media scrums, WWE wouldn't have, they wouldn't have took that idea. They probably wouldn't have used that. I mean, think about that. So yeah, I mean, that's the wrestling business. I mean, and I mean, honestly speaking, I mean, Triple H, he's one of those guys that watches other things. He watches the other products. Believe it or not, like he'll watch other products, and if he's not watching other products, he'll have somebody watching the other products for him. Like Vince McMahon, he didn't watch anything else. All he thought about was that WWE bubble. That was it. Now Triple H, he's smart enough to see the big picture. Triple H is smart enough to say, hey, there's other things happening out here. We in like I want to know about this stuff, and as somebody who's a student of the game that Triple H is, it's no surprise that Triple H will watch other product. He'll watch other companies. He'll see what's going on in other companies. He may not mention it. He may not talk about it, but believe me, he watches what goes on in other companies. He is a student of the game. Hence the name. I agree, Jordan. Claudio's not winning, and it could be a big setup for Kenny and Swerve, which is something that I will be looking forward to if it comes to pass. Johnny says it's great AJ Styles was able to do well while Vince was in charge. That's the thing. AJ Styles, man, his skills are so damn, you know, compared, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for here? I guess, yeah, for lack of a better word, his skills are so phenomenal that Vince couldn't ignore all that. He couldn't ignore how much of a star AJ Styles is. I mean, Vince could hate his guts, but I promise you, he would let AJ Styles do his thing because of how phenomenal he is, legit. And I'm not just saying that because that's his gimmick. The dude's legit phenomenal. And I assure you, the day AJ Styles retires, well, I'm not gonna say the day, but I assure you, when AJ Styles retires, he's gonna be in the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm telling you, he's already got a spot there. How would Blackheart Leo Rush do in WWE right now? I mean, that's hard to answer. I think right now, what they would probably do if he was to, if he, the whole thing with that is, he'd probably be in NXT, and he probably do some damage in NXT. As far as main roster, I don't know. I don't know where he would fit in as far as main roster. But I could definitely see him doing some damage in NXT these days. I could definitely see that happening. No doubt about that. Phenomenal. I agree. I mean, that's the thing. AJ Styles, his career, his track record stands for, it speaks for itself. I mean, he's pretty much held gold all over the world in many different companies, major companies at that. So yeah, I mean, AJ Styles, he's a shoe in for Hall of Fame once he decides to hang up the boots, so to speak. But damn, Jordan, I haven't thought about Leo Rush in a whole minute though. But that's a good one. It came out of nowhere. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Leo Rush in NXT right now. The way NXT is being done right now, it has being ran. I would love to see what they do with Leo Rush right now. The way NXT is going. Oh, he was only with TNA during AJ Styles' career there. Yeah, AJ Styles, man, he talk about TNA. He was one of the I would call him one of the pillars of TNA in the early days. I mean, honestly speaking, if it wasn't for AJ Styles, I probably wouldn't have gotten as much into TNA as I did back then. He's probably one of the main reasons why I was watching back then at that time in the early days of TNA. He was like the main reason why I was watching because I remember seeing him in WCW. He was on an episode. He was on Thunder. I think he was on Thunder a lot back then in WCW. And I remember back then. I mean, like he had the same move sets, the same like he hasn't changed his move set at all. You know, not really. He hasn't really changed his move set that much. Yeah, Johnny, you're right. AJ Styles was like the main pillar of TNA. He was the poster child. He was the flag. He waved the flag of TNA. You know, back then he was Mr. TNA. Like to me, if you bring up TNA, he's like the first name. He's like the first person that comes to my head is AJ Styles. Mr. Spinal Tap. Who doesn't? Swerve with the win. I think we're going right into Rampage now. I think that was the main event for Collision. Hell of a match though, man. Claudio did that shit, but he's not gonna win the gold. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. I'm not saying that he's not going to. I mean, I think it's gonna happen eventually. Claudio wearing gold, but not yet. And oh, there you go. Swerve. Swerve has his hand out for a shake. I love some good sportsmanship. Nana dancing. Nana is he's a cherry on top of the whole thing, man. Prince Nana and then Nana dance. Come on, man. That's the cherry on top. I love how Swerve looks at Prince Nana while he's dancing. I love how he looks at him. That's hilarious. He's like, "What the heck? All right, whatever. Let him do his thing." All right, we're going right into Rampage, folks. Here for the long haul. Hope you all are having a lovely evening tonight. We're here watching some wrestling, some AEW wrestling. I mean, not collision, but Rampage is about to start. I agree, Jason. That was that was a great match. They killed it, man. That was a hell of a main event. I think Collision was pretty good this tonight. It was a pretty good episode tonight. I have no complaints really, none at all. Rampage is now. Yes, it is, Jesse. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, we're already into the parking lot match. Here we go. Oh, damn! Trent goes right up beside a car. That looked like it hurt. That looked like it hurt. Oh, Chuck's got the trash lid. Chuck got the trash lid. There better be a bicycle somewhere. I want a reason to scream out. He's got a bicycle. He's got a bicycle. He's got a trash lid. Oh, he clocked him with the. He clocked. He just clocked Chuck Taylor with the trash lid. That was sick. You know what? I agree with that one, Johnny. I mean, the tag team parking lot brawls, man. They can get intense. I love the tag team parking lot brawls. Those are really intense. And a lot of people have a hard time keeping up with those matches. Not me. I love it. Oh, power bomb onto the car. Was that a Mercury? Yep, that's a Mercury. Power bomb onto the Mercury. Oh, they're on the truck. It's all set up now. Uh-oh. Oh, that's sheetrock? Is that that's look like sheetrock? Hopefully, hopefully a Tesla's there. Hopefully a Cybertruck's there. You can break that to pieces. Those are the ugliest vehicles I've ever seen in my life. The Cybertrucks. I'm sorry if you're a fan of Cybertrucks. I'm sorry. Those are some of the ugliest vehicle. That's an ugly vehicle. I'm sorry. Who would pay that much for such an ugly vehicle? That son of a bitch better fly. I don't know. I guess when you're that rich, you can buy things that terrible. I mean, it's probably a cool vehicle to drive, but it's just ugly as hell, man. Who would want to drive one of those things? Looks like one of those things that you would drive on the moon. Elon Musk will have a word with me. Oh, what? What? That says truck's ugly. Wham! It's an ugly truck, and he knows it. You know it. You all know it. You know that's an ugly truck, and y'all all know that. Don't kiss his ass because he. Oh goodness! But seriously, that's a terrible looking truck. We all know it. Oh, what is that he has? Is that a what is it that Trent had? Oh, we got some blood. A door. He pulled out a door. Okay. That's a door they pulled out. At least the knob's out of it. Nobody gets hurt. Oh, that's a screen. Okay, that's what it is. That's a screen. He just threw an LED screen at him. Oh, that door is destroyed. That door is massacred. I love it that they just pulled out a door from underneath the car. I mean, who leaves a door underneath the car? Just put that right there in case I need it for later. I mean, you never know when I'm going to need a door. Oh, on the tailgate. That's a good use of a tailgate. Jesse says that I feel like Dynamite and Collision both improved on a lot of on storytelling. What do you guys think? We were just discussing that actually, Jesse, and I agree. I mean, they've done a lot of improving. I do agree with that. In the last couple of weeks, they've picked up as far as storytelling. I absolutely agree with that. We were just discussing that in the chat. Johnny said, "I lost a lot of money on my car insurance by not switching to Geico." I'm, I hope the people that own those cars have great insurance. I hope they do. Oh, what's that dustpan? Cock the one there with the dustpan, trash can. Is there a kitchen sink there? Pull out the kitchen sink. It's got to be a kitchen sink there. They already pulled out a freaking door. Why not a kitchen sink? Why not bring out all the household utensils while you're at it? Oh, damn! What did he land on? Oh, that was glass. No, those are the tubes. Those are tubes. That's what it was. That's still glass. Oh yeah, blood's everywhere now. That happened very quickly. How do you guys see this match ending? Who do you got in this match? I don't know, man. The Ray Trent's been acting lately. He's had this extra. Oh, there goes the windshield. Oh man, real glass. Cry me a river. Oh, Johnny, good one. Ultimate X or TLC? Dude, I gotta go with TLC. I gotta go with TLC. That's it for me. I mean, you think about the classic TLC matches, the Hardys versus Edge and Christian, the Dudley Boys. I mean, come on, that's just stuff of legend right there. I gotta go with TLC. Johnny says Trent's winning. He has to look good for Orange Cassidy. Nice take. Nice take. I also see Trent winning. Look at all the blood. Damn, it's a lot of blood. That's a lot of blood on Trent. The Crimson Mask, as they call it. We got a slug off on the car. Now Trent's hugging him for some reason. Okay. Belly to belly on the car. Belly to belly. I would have hit a belly to belly right there. Oh, power driver was better. Oh, Trent saw that coming and gave him a low blow. Oh, shit. Trent's going to give a power driver. Oh, that was a good one, too. Right on top of the car. That was a good power driver. Look at the dent on the top of that car. Now he's going to help the Hell's Gate. Trent's going for the Hell's Gate. Trent's got the Hell's Gate locked in on top of the car. Trent's going to knock him out. He's out. Bryce is calling for the match. Bryce is called. Trent has won. Trent has knocked out Chuck. Johnny, there you go. You called it. Trent winning. Has to look good for Orange Cassidy. That was a hell of a match. I like the finish. The nice Hell's Gate put that he locked on. That was nice. And so say Trent's been on this vicious kind of, heel tear lately. I mean, I don't want to see that stop yet. I kind of want to see more of this come out of Trent, honestly. I think it's kind of what he needed, because he needed that breakaway. Shit, he got the wrench. He's gonna clock him with the wrench. Oh, there's Orange. Okay. Oh, he hits his ankle. He hit his ankle with it. That was a wise choice, hitting his ankle. I mean, he's not going to outright murder the dude on TV, so he might as well take something out. Take his ankle out. That was a nice shot with that wrench, though. Third best, third best parking lot. Well, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Great Don Callis, just who he wanted to see. That was a well done parking lot brawl, though. I think one of the coolest parking lot brawls I've ever seen was way back in the day. It was Ken Shamrock versus Steve Blackman. And I remember Ken Shamrock ended up chucking Steve Blackman out with the chain. That was an intense fight. That was pretty fun to watch. It was kind of done the same way. They had the cars circling them, so the cars were the lights of the whole thing. It was pretty cool. Yeah, that was really good. I think done right parking lot brawls can be really really fun. I've seen them done wrong. I mean, case in point. Well, I don't think that Sammy and Matt Hardy had a parking lot fight. It was just a false count anywhere fight, I think, and that went nuts. Oh, John Cena and Eddie Guerrero. I totally forgot about that one. I totally forgot about that one. That was fun. I mean, there've been a lot of great parking lot brawls in the history of wrestling. I mean, like top notch. See, that's the thing. I wouldn't want that either. I don't think that he needs the Callis family. Trent doesn't need that at all. Can he use a mouthpiece? Honestly speaking, I don't think that there's anything wrong with Trent's promos. Not lately, at least. I mean, lately he's been kind of on fire. But no, man, I don't think he needs to join any kind of other faction. I think he should focus on being just him. I think what they're doing with Trent right now, if they let him just be himself, let him do this shit, it's gonna be awesome. I think you would diminish him by putting him with the Don Callis family. That's my opinion. I think you diminish him. And thing is, he'll become a part of the background if he joined the Don Callis family. He'll be in the background of it all. So I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that, Johnny. I don't want him to see him a part of that family at all because he's going to end up being in the background. But I don't know. I think done the right way. I mean, a singles push for Trent, just him, that could be fire. Done the right way. Have him go for like, you know, I don't know. Hell, he can go for TNT for the TNT title eventually. I can see him going for the TNT championship. I mean, why not? I mean, keep this mean streak going with him though. Keep this mean streak going. and keep him away from Don Callis. I think he'll be fine. But I don't know. I mean, I think personally, Don Callis has overstayed his welcome. That's just my opinion. I mean, it's not the kind of heat that you would think. It's like the kind of heat that he has with me that I have with Don Callis is that get off my TV heat. I want to see you on my TV heat. That kind of heat. Like go away heat. You know, I don't know. It's just not for me. And the thing is, I love a good heel manager. I love a good heel manager, but he's just annoying. Jesse agrees. Thank you. The next interview should be coming up pretty soon. I am not of liberty to divulge who we're interviewing quite yet. It's going to be a surprise, unless Connor's already mentioned it. But yeah, we're going to be having an interview pretty soon. It's a surprise, and I'll give you some hints. He was in the WWE, and he was part of a tag team. That's all the clues you're getting from me. But that's coming up very soon. All right, good question, Johnny. Favorite hero manager of all time. I got thing is, it's hard for me to pick one because I have a handful of favorites. Um, I think my number one favorite is probably Jim Cornette. I think he's probably one of the most effective heel managers I think that's ever been. Uh, Next to him, let's see, Jim Cornette, then probably Paul Heyman, and then probably after that, probably Mr. Fuji. Well, no, 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 no. Actually, I'll put Bobby Heenan before Mr. Fuji. So it'll be Jim Cornette, Paul Heyman, uh, the Weasel himself, Bobby Heenan, and then Mr. Fuji. Those are probably some of my favorite managers. But my all-time favorite is Jim Cornette. Nice questions tonight, Johnny. I like those. I like these questions. The sexiest hero manager, Melina Perez. Well, that's debatable. That's debatable. I mean, I was around during the sunny days, so that's hard to pick just one. You know, I was around during the sunny days, so it's hard for me to pick over Sunny. At that time, she was probably one of the hottest managers back then, hottest heel managers. And then, of course, you had Don Marie, who was probably one of the most effective heel managers. She was very effective doing her job. But there's no doubt, Melina Perez was a very, very beautiful heel manager. I will give you that. I wouldn't say she was the sexiest. I mean, like I said, I was around during the sunny days and all that. So at the time, Sunny was the sexiest. Oh, locked the Peraza with that one. I like Thunder Rosa's Kill Bill gear tonight. She has that Kill Bill going on, or Bruce Lee, either one. Oh, stop it! If you hear a puppy whining in the background, that's Bailey. She's being a little whiny baby because she's not getting all my attention at the moment. She's quite the diva. She's a good dog. She tying Rose up in the ropes with the nice leg lock. Okay, now reality, we can totally you can totally get out of that. Okay, now you're talking. Favorite Quentin Tarantino movie? Oh, that's a good question. Oh, my favorite Reservoir Dogs. I have a soft spot for Reservoir Dogs. I love that movie. I love Reservoir Dogs. And then Jackie Brown probably my second favorite. But yeah, I have a soft spot for Reservoir Dogs though. You get Deanna Perrazzo, superstar. Oh, here goes Thunder. Oh, well, she hurt her back on that one. Looked like it. Yeah, she hurt her back hitting it on the apron. Oh, right in the post. Deanna gives her a boot right in the chops. Oh, Inglorious Bastards. I love that movie. That was probably that was a top Quentin Tarantino movie. I'll give you that. The Django and Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is one of my favorites too. I love Pulp Fiction. I mean, honestly speaking, any Quentin Tarantino movie, you can't go wrong, really. But yeah, like I said, I have a soft spot for Reservoir Dogs. That's one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies. And thinking about that movie, it's such a simple movie. It's like it's about a bank heist that you never see. And that, I mean, it sounds crazy on paper, but it was a great movie. It's a great movie, one of my favorites. And it's also I believe that Reservoir Dogs is based on a book that a dude that was in prison wrote. It was based on I guess a true story of some kind. I forget the name of the guy who wrote the book, but there was a book. You hyped for Deadpool and River. Oh yes, Wolverine. Yes, I recently saw a teaser for it, and I'm like, dude, I have to see this. I have to. It's a long time in the making. I mean, this that movie itself is a long time in the making. It's definitely a movie I've been wanting to see for a long time. Deadpool and Wolverine. I mean, if you ever had the chance to play Deadpool's video game, there was a Deadpool video game they had back in the day. They now I don't know if you can find it anywhere, but Wolverine was a part of the video game as well. So yeah, I'm extremely hyped for this new Deadpool. I mean, this is gonna be pretty. It's gonna be pretty hype. I'm excited for it. I love that women are getting some nice time tonight. There she goes. There's Bailey in the background if you can hear her. Oh, nice chop by Deanna. I was about to call her Diana. The Thunder Rosa is screaming bloody murder right there in the corner. Oh, and Thunder Rosa kicks at it too. Nice clothesline done by Diana Perrazzo. I keep on trying to call this woman Diana. Oh, that looked like it hurt. She's focusing on that. Is that her wrist now? She's focusing on. She took way too much time to run. She took way too much time to run toward Thunder Rosa. What was that? Oh, Thunder Rosa with the missile drop kick from Brett's rope. That Dirty Diana song. Yep, that's got to be it. Great song, by the way. Classic song. Oh, here's a good question. Remit. Uh, will Kenny Omega join EVPs? Now that's a good question. That's yet to be seen. I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, it's very possible. It's very possible because of the fact that they have all this history. Practically started AEW all together, so it's kind of it's kind of up in the air right now when it comes to Kenny Omega joining the Young Bucks. It's in the air. You don't know where he's going to land. But is it possible? Hell yeah, it's possible for him to join the EVPs. Does he need to? Probably not. I don't think he needs to. But in the interest of telling a good story, he probably will join the EVPs in the interest of telling a good story. Johnny, how do you feel about people comparing Taylor Swift to Michael Jackson? I think that's silly, honestly speaking. Comparing Taylor Swift to Michael Jackson, that's like comparing a Chihuahua to a pit bull. That's silly. Don't get me wrong, Taylor Swift is talented, but she's not Michael Jackson. I mean, she never will be. You'll never get to those heights. Don't get me wrong, she's talented, but she'll never be the queen of pop. I know, hot take. But I mean, come on, if you have a trust between Taylor Swift and Michael Jackson, I mean, that's a no-brainer. It's Michael Jackson. But to compare the two, that's stupid. I think that's silly. Indian Roar Tiger Jinder Mahal after 90-day clause. They should join Tony as like Attitude Era boss. Well, I don't know about. Okay, see, I don't know about Jinder Mahal joining AEW. I mean, we talked about this before. I think we talked about this not too long ago. I don't think that AEW would have any use for Jinder Mahal or Jinder Mahal have any use for AEW. I mean, right now they should focus on the talent that they have. They need to focus on who they already have. And they need to develop more talent, focus more on the storylines that they have right now, and worry about all that. They shouldn't worry about Jinder Mahal. He's not really a needle mover. He's not really. I mean, I'm sure he has his fans out there. I'm not disparaging the guy. I'm just saying that I don't think it's necessary right now. AEW doesn't need that. AEW needs to focus on what they have. That's what they need to do. And as far as bringing other people from other companies just because they were with the WWE, I don't think so. I mean, that's if they want AEW to have its own identity, they have to stop bringing so many people from the WWE. If they want AEW to have its own identity, to have its own thing going on, they need to focus on what they're doing. They need to focus on themselves and have its own identity, who they're working with, who they have. Focus on putting a tag team division out there for the women. Focus on doing all this other stuff. That's what they need to focus on. They don't need to focus on bringing in all this other talent from different places just to bring in eyeballs. I don't think that does need to happen. Johnny says, "Imagine everyone in the world knows you and everyone." Well, exactly. Good point. But I mean, that's what I'm saying though. You can't just you know. And that's the thing. If you're gonna be spending that money on big time people coming into the company, you're gonna be having to spend big time money to pay those people off. So come on. There you go, Johnny. Jinder can totally fit in NWA or GCW. Exactly. Good point, Johnny. I love that point. Now I can see Jinder Mahal going like the NWA and like wreaking havoc there. I can see that happening. But to see him in in AEW, I don't think that needs to happen. I think they, like I said, they need to focus on the talent that they already have, hone that, develop that. Because if they want to have their own identity, they had to stop going out. They had to stop getting these people from other companies and focus on what they have. That's the number one thing they need to do if they want to have. If AEW wants to have that identity as being that standout company, that's what they need to do. I mean, because at the end of the day, if they keep on getting these, if they keep on bringing people from WWE and bringing them into to AEW, you're gonna have that section of fans saying, "Oh, now it's just becoming this is just becoming a landfill for WWE wrestlers." People are gonna end up saying that. You don't want to oversaturate. You don't want to oversaturate your roster with former WWE roster, and then have the AEW diehard fans come to you and say, "Hey, well, they're all ex WWE. I mean, what kind of identity is that?" You know. So you gotta think about it. They have to realize what they have and hone on that. That's what's important. Not picking up people from other companies because they got fired or laid off. That's just I don't know. When AEW Women's Division faction DMD Jamie Hayter comes back to AEW, I hope that's very soon. Honestly speaking, in fact, I mean I'm predicting that's who's going to be kind of in the main title picture. The Jamie Hayter when she gets back, she's going to be put back in that picture eventually. Team Rosa and Team Diana. Diano. I keep calling her Diana. I don't know why. Great, got Big Bill up next. I gotta say, I especially love those glasses that Strong is wearing. I enjoy those glasses. I don't know why. Got Big Bill coming out. You talking about somebody who's had a lot of issues in his past and he's overcome it all. Who is this dude? Oh, Trevor. Oh, damn. Look at the size difference. That's crazy. Poor Trevor, man. Poor Trevor. He didn't see that coming at all. How can you not see that coming though? He just, Big Bill was just so fast. He did not see him coming at all. Jericho. He put a sticker on it. What is this? What does this sticker say on that FTW belt? It was so fast I couldn't read it. But yeah, think about that, folks. Chris Jericho is holding the FTW title right now. The sky's falling. Pigs are going to be flying. I think you're right about that, Jesse. I think that they're not done by a long shot. And I love it. I'm all into that one. They've done the right way. That could be a top story right there if they do it the right way. Jinder Mahal belongs to the Indian nationality. Tony Khan, TNT and TBS, new upcoming partnership, Sun Group India. Well, that doesn't mean that Jinder Mahal is going to be just thrust in there. I mean, I get that Jinder Mahal is a national treasure of India, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's a good business move to bring Jinder Mahal in. That's just my opinion. I don't think it's gonna do anything as far as moving the needle. It's not gonna make any difference. It's when if Jinder Mahal is a part of the team. But I mean, to each his own. I personally think that they need to focus on what they already have, the talent that they already have, the stories that they're already telling, and leave it at that. Because, like I said, I mean, the AEW diehards are not gonna be on board with any of that because it's out of nowhere. Now, to what Johnny was saying earlier in the chat, I could totally see Jinder Mahal in going to NWA. I can totally see that happening. But I do not. Honestly speaking, I don't think I don't think the best thing for him is to be in AEW because you want AEW diehards. You want AEW to have its own its own identity. How can it have its own identity if they keep on getting ex WWE people? You got to focus on what they already got. Simple as that. We're at commercial break. At least I am. For the long haul. Okay, let's see. Rampage has been pretty good so far. I actually enjoyed Collision. Not a bad Saturday night. Not at all. Oh, my dog over here trying to play with me on the microphone. You should only put your pants on. Still, here we go. More commercials. More commercials. But yeah, I mean, I've heard so much talk about who they should bring in to AEW and all that stuff, and I don't know, man. I'm kind of over that right now. I don't want to see anybody else brought in. I want to see them focus on what they already got. But I understand, Remit, you're a huge Jinder Mahal fan. Nothing wrong with that. I'm a fan of his too. I just don't think that I don't think that he has a place in AEW at this moment. But that's just my opinion. Now, I mean, to what you're saying, Remit, if they want to tap into an Indian market, sure, they could probably use Jinder for that. But I mean, that's what WWE did. WWE did the same thing to tap into the Indian market. They used Jinder Mahal. They put the title on him, and that was just to tap into the Indian market. That was the only reason why he was champion. I'm sorry to break people's hearts that were a fan of his. But the only reason why Jinder Mahal was WWE champion was so that they can get a hold of the Indian market. That was it. got Daniel Garcia coming out to the ring. Jesse says AEW doesn't need to sign anyone else. I agree. They're way packed right now and don't need any and don't have enough TV time for talented people like Ethan Page. Dude, you took the words right out of my mouth right there. I agree. 100%. There's no need for them to sign any other new people, especially people from WWE. I mean, I've said this 100 times. They need to focus on what they already have. And that's one thing that they have trouble doing is that they're, so many people are worried about, oh, they should bring this person here, bring that person there. Like, no, focus on what they have. It's going to become oversaturated with talent that people don't want to see. But yeah, I think that's the main issue that I have with a lot of fans. They don't understand that you can't just when somebody leaves WWE, you can't just instantly say, "Oh, they should go to AEW." Like, no, man, no, because later on you're gonna be saying, "Well, there's too many there's too many ex WWE people in AEW now." It's just becoming, where the AEW, it just becomes where WWE ex, wrestlers from WWE come to make some money. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, I agree, 100%, Jesse. Thank you for all the input in the chat tonight. I'm loving it. Great questions as well. And I hope you all will go and check out the latest episode of AEZ Canada and Talking Elite. There have been some pretty killer episodes this last week. And yes, we do have an interview coming pretty soon, but I will not divulge who. I am not at liberty to say that yet. But you're all in for a treat. All you gotta do is hit that subscribe button and do a frog splash on that like button. And sharing is caring as well. Oh, damn, DDT to the outside. Garcia got all that one. He took all that DDT to the outside. Let's see who's the main event for the night. I'm gonna see. Is this the main event? Oh, this can't be the main event yet. And Shane Taylor just bodied him with that DDT on the outside. There he goes. All right, Garcia's back in the ring. Uh, there he goes. Garcia coming back with some fire. Look at the size difference from Taylor and Garcia. Man, that's a huge difference. Cutting that ring in half now. Shane Taylor and he got him with that one. Got Garcia. Plants him. Standing frog splash. Picture in picture, folks. What are y'all thinking about this match? How y'all feeling about this tag team match right now? It's not bad, actually. Oh man. All right, I'm still a picture in picture, so hopefully you guys are a picture in picture also. And by the way, I'll mention this. If you like to join me later on tonight, I will be on Twitch this evening or later on this evening. I'll be playing some WWE 2K24, be doing some My Rise. So if you want to tune in and join it and watch along with me, or well, I'm playing, you can watch. If you want to tune in and check out my stream, I'll be at Twitch/ Mr. Jacobs 420. I'll be there later on tonight. So yeah, follow me on Twitch. And also, All Elite Zone is also on Twitch as well. So follow us there. All Elite Zone 1. Yeah, so if you'd like to join me on Twitch, just go to my Twitch channel and follow me, and you'll know exactly when I'm on. Welcome, Minnie Pooh. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok. I'm not sure how long we're on TikTok, but we're on TikTok for now. We're also on Instagram. We're on Spotify, Apple. Yeah, we're pretty much anywhere you want to tune into podcasts. We're there. All Elite Zone. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and of course, subscribe here to the All Elite Zone channel here on YouTube. Also on Twitch. We have Rampage reactions, Collision, Dynamite reactions. We'll do pay-per-view reactions as well too. We've been doing some of those. We have Talking Elite. We have AEZ Canada, hosted by our friends up north. We also have special guest interviews that we have. So yeah, stick with us, folks. We're going to be doing big things. Thank you for subscribing, Minnie. Thank you all for subscribing and joining me tonight. Kind of couldn't be here this evening, but we're going to keep the train rolling. But yeah, pretty much anywhere that you want to find, anywhere that you listen to podcasts, we're there. You can, like I said, we're on Facebook, Twitter, we're on the Gram, we're on TikTok, we're everywhere. And also, while you're at it, you can subscribe to our sister channels, the Wide World of Wrestling podcast, and also Can't Stop Productions. But we can to bring you fresh weekly content, fresh weekly content, original. So yeah, thank you for Thank you for subbing and pass it along. And once again, we are on Twitch as well. All Elite Zone is also on Twitch as well. And if you'd like to join me later on this evening, I'll be playing WWE 2K24 on my own personal Twitch, Mr. Jacobs 420, as you can see right there. Thank you all for joining me tonight in the All Elite Zone. We're going to be doing a lot of great things in the coming future here in the All Elite Zone, and I'm so happy that you're here with us and going along for the ride with us. And yeah, we're going to be making it happen for 2024. A lot of big things coming. Oh damn! We're for the fingers. Okay. I agree with you, Minnie, but we have to watch our language on YouTube. I know. But I do agree that those who think Meltzer is God can suck a big fat one. I do agree. Keep in mind, Minnie Pooh, we have to keep it a certain we have to keep the language at a certain kind of I wouldn't say PG level. We'll keep it PG-13. Now if we were on Twitch, I would say, go to town, say what you want, but we're on YouTube, so the movers and shakers of YouTube are pretty sensitive about that kind of thing. So, in order for us to keep going, you have to make sure that you don't say what you're not supposed to say. Because the thing is, we don't have to say it. You can say something in chat, and we'll get in trouble for it. So you just gotta mind your p's and q's. Damn, you're about to lay Leah out right there. That was funny. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with you, Minnie Pooh. Is that we were speaking about that earlier in the chat earlier during the show. And I agree. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't take Meltzer's word as gospel. But at the same time, I will say this. I will say this straight up. At the same time, if it wasn't for people like Dave Meltzer, if it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. So I do give him his flowers to an extent. But you have to understand that what he says isn't gospel. So I don't want you thinking that I don't like Dave Meltzer. I don't know the guy personally, you know. And I'll keep saying it. I'll keep repeating it. If it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, the All Elite Zone wouldn't be All Elite Zone. If it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, we wouldn't be sharing our opinions on wrestling. We wouldn't have podcasts about sharing our opinions on wrestling. If it wasn't for people like Dave Meltzer, who kind of was the grandfather of the wrestling community as far as covering it. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Dave Meltzer's the devil. He's not. He's not a bad guy. I just think that people should just be more careful when it comes to listening to what he has to say. That's all. I get it. I get it, Minnie. I totally get it. I feel the same way about Dave Meltzer. I mean, he's not God, but at the same time, like I said, if it wasn't for Dave Meltzer, you wouldn't have a Mr. Jacobs. So I have to put it there. I have to admit. He's not the devil. He's a damn bitch. Okay, well, he can be a bitch to you. That's fine. It's your opinion, dude. I don't necessarily think he's a bitch or nothing like that. I just think that people shouldn't listen to everything he says and take it as gospel. He's not a bad guy. I wouldn't necessarily call him a bitch either. I don't know him like that. But like I said, I mean, Minnie, you have to understand this. Without Dave Meltzer, you wouldn't have me giving my opinions on wrestling today. He's kind of the grandfather of it all. So you have to give him his flowers on in to that to an extent, But I wouldn't go as far as to call the man names. I mean, that's being a bit vicious. I wouldn't go that far, Minnie. If you don't agree with him, that's fine. But don't insult the dude. He didn't do anything to you, you know. Oh, Garcia got. Oh, damn. Two. Oh, right. That's the three. So Garcia and Shibata win the match tonight. So it's something that he did to you personally. He accidentally knocked you down. Really? Is that for real? Is that a shoot? Did he knock you down like accident? Well, if it's an accident, why are you taking it so personal? You said okay. These are your words, Meanie. Okay, you said he did something personal. He accidentally knocked me down. He accidentally knocked down me. If it's an accident, why are you taking it so personal? If that really happened and if it was an accident, why are you taking it personal? It was an accident, bro. Let it go. No, you're good, man. You're good. I appreciate you joining us all the way from Italy, the old country. I had some friends that visited Italy not too long ago. But thank you for joining us all the way from Italy. Thank you, man. What a match that was. That was awesome. You gotta break out the dance. Come on, do the dance. What's going on with the music at that place? I mean, you can hear the music, but it's like you can't hear the music on going as far as the broadcast. Dan Garcia's having the time of his life these days, man. He's happy where he's at. I love it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that footage of Dan Garcia hitting a fan. Well, he kicked the fan really. The fan had it coming. I'm not talking about Steve Meltzer. I'm talking about Buzz Meltzer from well, I don't watch SNL these days, so you got me on that one, pal. But yeah, that was Collision and Rampage for this evening. That I enjoyed every minute of it. Honestly speaking, I mean, it was action packed from beginning to end, both shows. And I'm gonna give my rankings. I'm gonna rank. First of all, I'm gonna rank uh, Rampage. Rampage was a pretty good show. I think from top to bottom had great matches. It was nonstop. Just what I wanted to see this evening. I'm gonna give Rampage a solid 8. As far as Collision, I thought Collision was pretty dope. The main event was great. Pretty much every match hit, and I think that going along with what we were talking about in the chat, the storytelling has been picking up lately over the last couple of weeks, and that I am very happy about. And for me, I'm gonna give Rampage. No, I already gave. I'm gonna give Collision a 8.5. So I'm giving Rampage an 8. Collision 8.5 this evening. I enjoyed the show. It was so fun to watch. Thank you all for joining along with me watching this. Jesse gives it Collision 8.7, Rampage 7.7. That's fair. That's pretty fair. Best match was Swerve and Claudio. I agree. That was probably the match of the night for me as well. I think from both shows, I think that was the match of the night for me. I enjoyed both shows tonight, and I enjoyed you all being here with me, watching it, going along, and I really appreciate it. I'm also 86 years old. Really? Are you really? Thank you. Well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate that, Michael. Mr. Jacobs, number one. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that all. I appreciate you all tuning in with me tonight. We will be back. Let's see. Tonight is Saturday. We're going to be back for, I believe, I think Talking Elite's going to be on Tuesday. I believe it's either Talking Elite or AEZ Canada, but we'll be back on Tuesday, I believe. So yeah, thank you for watching along with me tonight. Um, yeah, it was a great show. I enjoyed the show. It was, I mean, from top to bottom, I think it was well done tonight, and I enjoyed every bit of it. So, but yeah, let's see what else was I going to say. Oh yes, we'll be having a special interview coming up pretty soon. So tune in and stick around for that, and check in on our social medias to keep up with what we're doing next. We're found on Spotify, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it. I mean, Apple. We're out there, baby. So yeah, if you want to tune in to All Elite Zone, you know where to go. Also, while you're at it, stop by the Wide World of Wrestling podcast channel. Subscribe there. And but yeah, and also if you want to check out some or join me later on Twitch later, I will be there, Mr. Jacobs 420 on Twitch. But yeah, we will see you next on, I believe, Tuesday. That we having, I want to say Talking Elite. I think it's Talking Elite. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and peace.